This is William J. Gibbs Jr. of Coastal Bend today, and I am here at North Beach in Corpus Christi with Alyssa Mejia, and she is from the Polar Bear Plunge, is it?
Yes.
The Polar Bear Plunge, and that is happening this year on January 1st. There are going to be polar bear swimmers taking the plunge into the bay right here for the benefit of ALS research. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing on that day.
So a polar bear plunge is a tradition that people practice around the country and around the world, and it's basically a tradition of getting together on New Year's Day to jump into cold water, often for a cause. Our particular cause here is to raise research and awareness for ALS, which is a real problem in the Coastal Bend and nationwide because it's a disease with no real effective treatment or no cure. So that's what we're working to solve.
So tell me, here in the Coastal Bend, about how many people would you say are affected, currently fighting ALS?
It's tough to tell. I know we have a local support group. There are probably about a dozen people in it right now, people who are affected with ALS and our loved ones, and that's what we're trying to support.
So how long have you been involved with this organization?
This will be the 5th year of the Corpus Christi Polar Bear Plunge. We're supporting ALS TDI. It's a national charity. It's the largest research lab in the world entirely dedicated to fighting ALS. So when you register for this event, you register directly through them, and 100% of your payment goes to the charity because we've gotten sponsors to cover our event expenses.
So in years past, grand total over the past 5 years, about how much would you say you have raised?
So in the first 4 years of the event, we've raised approximately $40,000 total, and we're trying to get that total up to $50,000 for our 5th year.
So your goal this year would be to raise 10?
Yeah, we want to raise about $10,000.
How many people have you had sign up as of the weekend for this event?
We have about 100. And usually we get a crowd of about 200. Not everyone plunges, but we do encourage everyone to register because all that money goes to charity, and you'll get your souvenir t-shirt and you get a drink and hot chocolate and coffee here at Fajitaville.
And where do you register?
You can register online at polarbearplunge.cc.
polarbearplunge.cc. Now, what if somebody is unable to come to the event but feels it on their heart to give? How would they go about that?
At that same link, polarbearplunge.cc, you can register, and your payment goes to the charity, and it gets credited toward this fundraiser's event total from the Coastal Bend.
Now tell me, you having been involved with this event all this time, do you have a personal connection to ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is it?
Yeah, we started this in 2015 after my dad was diagnosed with ALS, just because there's nothing you can really do in terms of curing it except to find research. So this was our way of working to fight that disease. And we lost him this year, and the cause still lives on, so the event lives on. We're not going to stop until we find a cure.
So this event is dedicated to your father?
Yes.
What is your father's name?
Robert Inman.
Robert Inman. What should somebody who's coming to plunge into the bay think of bringing? I know it's not the Atlantic at Coney Island, but what should they have with them?
Well, I always encourage people to warm up first. We're actually holding a free warm-up fun run, which is starting at 11:15 with the Corpus Christi Roadrunners right here in front of Fajitaville, and that's a good way to get your blood pumping and get warmed up before you jump in. I'd say wear a bathing suit, wear some clothes over it that are easy to take off and put back on, and bring a towel. And then we'll have the heat lamps going at Fajitaville, so after you plunge in, just dry off, come inside, and we'll have some warm drinks.
What's the requirements on this?
Anyone who's able. And also we actually have people in ALS who have ALS and are using wheelchairs who can come and watch from inside. The inside of the building is wheelchair accessible, but anyone who's able, we've had participants ranging from age 2 through into their 70s, and anyone is welcome.